Hello and welcome. My name is Ruth Taylor and I'm the Interim Chief Executive of OneCare. We wanted to take this opportunity to give you an update of the progress that we've made in establishing the new organisation since the 21st of June. That's the date when all practices across Bristol, North Somerset and South Gloucestershire gave us the mandate to set up a single GP provider organisation on your behalf. Over the summer months, the Articles of Association were developed and the new organisation, OneCare BNSSG Limited, was registered as a company limited by shares on the 1st of September. All practices across the patch, except for one, hold shares with a nominal value of £1.
In September, we asked you to nominate and then elect directors from each of the patches in BNSG. We had 12 directors, 3 from North Somerset, 3 from South Gloucestershire and 6 from Bristol. At the end of September we had our first board meeting, and since then we've had 2 away days where we've worked hard to establish our values and our vision, and also to see how we can actually best serve you going forward in the future.
Our focus until October was really about engaging with you as shareholder practices and working to set up the new board. During October, however, we recognised the need to engage with the wider community and launch the new organisation. So towards the end of the month, we held our first stakeholder event. Senior representatives from over 30 organisations attended, including the 3 CCGs, the community providers and the 3 acute trusts. In November, together with the CSU, we hosted the Bristol, North Somerset and South Gloucestershire EMIS User Group, or BUG. Over 120 practice staff joined us there, and it was great to see the OneCare name up in lights over Ashton Gate. Meanwhile, OneCare Consortium programme continues to deliver benefits to patients, practices and the wider system. Over the course of the past year, over 3,000 patients have been referred in to the Rapid Access Physio Pilots. Over 1,200 patients have been seen by one of the mental health nurse specialists working in general practice, and there are now over 750,000 patients registered on the OneCare EMIS platform.
At the end of November, OneCare received confirmation of additional funding for its improved access work. This has meant that practices have either been able to extend their offer, or at the same time other practices have got involved. It's also meant that between the middle of December and the middle of January, we've been able to arrange for an additional 2,500 hours of urgent GP appointments. December saw the confirmation of some funding from the GP Forward View. This money has enabled us to think about 3 distinct projects. The first one of those is the setting up of an intensive support team for practices that are vulnerable. The second is the development of a primary care staff chambers, and the third a BNSSG-wide recruitment campaign. At the same time, we remain in conversation with NHS England and the local CCGs about future projects and funding.
One of the key things that you asked us to do in June was to ensure that there was stronger representation for general practice on the STP, the Sustainability and Transformation Plan. We've made a lot of progress over the past couple of months. The System Leaders Group is the group that oversees the programme in its entirety, and one of our key drivers was to ensure that general practice had a seat on that group. John Heather attended his first meeting on the 7th of December. We've had increasing involvement in the IPCC workstream, or the Integrated Primary and Community Care workstream. Just recently, we've been asked to head up one of the projects focused on delivery where there's particular alignment with our improved access pilots. You've also told us that you were concerned about the lack of primary care engagement with not just the STP plan that was published recently, but also the BNSSG primary care strategy. We've coordinated a single response on behalf of all practices and submitted that to both the CCGs and NHS England on your behalf. What does 2017 hold for OneCare Limited? Our priority has to be to continue to build our relationship with you as practices. We'll strengthen our business plan, but underpinning everything we do will be the delivery of our vision, enabling practices to survive and thrive.
At our launch event in June, I spoke about the poem I Dwell in Possibility. Since that time, some of those possibilities have become realities, and at the beginning of 2017 more will happen. With that in mind, I'd like to formally invite you to our first shareholder meeting on February the 23rd. On behalf of the board and the staff of OneCare, may I wish you a very happy Christmas and an extremely prosperous new year.